than you thought he was?
He is deceptively fast, whatever that means. I know this. He's a guy that can certainly run when the pads come on. You know, there's track guys and there's guys with football speed, and I think he's got really good, efficient football speed.
Tom, what's kind of your feeling after this one? You guys piled up a ton of yards, the turnovers kind of hold it back from what it probably could have been.
Yeah, well, I mean, you said it best. I mean, we fumbled the ball in the end zone. We got a bunch of really good drives strung together. You know, we made a lot of yards. We stalled a couple times, but you know, you can't take those turnovers away, and they are what they are, and that's what made the game close. And but I was proud of our guys to continue to battle back and continue to make plays.
I think J.T. Barrett has more touchdowns than anyone in the country at this point in the season. Closing in on a ton of records, broke a record for longest run, broke a record for most rushing yards by a quarterback today.
Broke? Oh.
Yeah. Both.
Yeah. Wow. Because we've had a guy here for 2 years that could run the ball really good. So.
Well, that reaction is what I'm curious about. I mean, he's been pretty ridiculous, and this was that today.
Yeah, he didn't throw the ball very well. Obviously, the conditions had a little bit to do with that. I was disappointed in the way we threw and caught the ball in the first half. But, yeah, he's a guy that we're going to lean on, you know, when the game gets tight. The offensive line played a great job. Ezekiel Elliott, Jeff Herman, and Nick Vanette, you know, did a great job. So, you know, we wouldn't like to run him as much, but obviously teams are, especially in the read game, making him keep it and thinking that he can, that they can tackle him, and he does a good job of just being efficient in his runs.
Tom, we all know how much you guys talk about turnovers and how important they are. Is there something to the idea of you can have some today and still overcome it, still find a way to win? Does that say something about what you're doing?
Yeah, I mean, this was a top 25 team with a top 20 defense on the road with very unfavorable conditions, and we turned the ball over I don't know how many times and still found a way to win. So it's a great team effort. It's very encouraging from that standpoint, absolutely, Doug. But obviously we're not going to be able to go where we want to go turning the ball over like that.
Tom, you just described JT's runs as efficient. Is efficient a word that describes like the longest run by a quarterback in OSU history? Is that just efficient? You know, I mean,
it's really good blocking up front, really good blocking downfield, and a guy that carries the ball that kind of knows how to elude tacklers in the open field, and you don't have to be 4-3 to have a whatever yard run he had. You just have to have great blocking up front, and like I said, great blocking on the perimeter, and kind of, you know, he got in the open field and kind of weaved his way around some of the angles that some of those DBs had and wound up scoring. So, yeah, it was exciting. I mean, it was explosive. It was the longest run, I guess, for a quarterback in OSU history, but at the same time, there was a lot of things that went into it, and obviously his efficient nature actually helped that play.
Tom, what's it say?
Two more questions, guys.
What's it say? And this is kind of similar to Doug's question. What's it say about this offense that's gone on the road 2 weeks in a row, turned the ball over against top 25 teams on the road, and still found a way to win?
It means we got to hang on to the football. Again, excited about the way our guys responded to a top 20 defense. Let's give them a ton of credit. I mean, and they deserve it. That was a real defense that we played out there with they're very well coached, good players, and their statistics leading up to this game certainly bore that fact out. But like I said, we can't go where we want to go turning the ball over like that.
Either during the week when you're making your game plan or then today, how much does cold affect that? I mean, we know if it was a blizzard, you'd do a lot there, but just the cold.
Yeah, it did a little bit going into this week. We didn't think that the snow would be continuous as it was. We thought it might snow here and there, and felt like that the wind wouldn't be that big a deal, but it certainly affected JT in the throw game a little bit in the first half. I'm not making any excuses, but you know, it went into it a little bit heading in, but then certainly in the second half, after we kind of saw the effect it was having, played a part in how we were adjusting in the second half.
Tom, how much fun do you guys have poking fun at JT's speed? I think Herman caught the 5.5 guy up here. Do you like to make fun of him a little bit about
I like to make fun of him about a lot of things because he's really good-natured. He's a kid that doesn't take anything personal. He's got very thick skin when it comes to even being coached really hard, you know, when it's time to be serious and being coached really hard. And then the lighthearted ribbing, obviously, he takes it in stride and every now and again dishes one back that's pretty good too. Thanks, guys.